Before Chandragupta Maurya, ancient India was politically fragmented. Numerous independent kingdoms dotted the subcontinent. Over 16 major kingdoms, called Mahajanapadas, existed by the 6th century BCE. These states often engaged in localized conflicts. No single power controlled the entire region. The Nanda Empire was the largest regional force. It held sway over Magadha, but not Pan-India. Alexander's invasion further highlighted this disunity. This era lacked a central administrative authority. A unified Indian subcontinent remained an unprecedented concept. The Nanda Empire controlled Magadha and parts of eastern India. This left vast regions of the subcontinent independent. No single political structure unified these diverse kingdoms. Such fragmentation fostered internal divisions among states. These divisions often led to localized conflicts. Simultaneously, external threats loomed from the west. Alexander's empire successors, the Seleucid Empire, established a presence. Greek forces were active in Punjab after Alexander's retreat. This geopolitical landscape underscored the subcontinent's vulnerability. The unification of India required a unique catalyst. Chanakya, also known as Kautilya, provided strategic genius. He served as Chandragupta Maurya's chief advisor. His political treatise, the Arthashastra, detailed statecraft. Chandragupta Maurya brought ambition and military prowess. His rise was not from inherited power. This mentorship guided his ascent from humble origins. Alexander the Great's retreat in 325 BCE created a vacuum. This external factor opened opportunities for new powers. It allowed for the emergence of a unified state. Chandragupta first confronted the Nanda Empire directly. His forces launched a direct assault on Pataliputra, the Nanda capital. This initial strategy resulted in significant defeat. The Nanda army presented an immense challenge. It comprised approximately 200,000 infantry and 80,000 cavalry. Greek historians also reported 8,000 chariots and 6,000 war elephants. This formidable military strength overwhelmed Chandragupta's early forces. The Nanda power proved too great for a direct confrontation. This early setback necessitated a complete strategic reassessment. Around 322 BCE, Chandragupta Maurya successfully overthrew the Nanda dynasty. This decisive conquest secured Pataliputra, the Nanda capital. The strategic region of Magadha, with its vast resources, became the new Mauryan base. This victory provided critical assets for future military campaigns. It marked the traditional founding date of the Mauryan Empire. Chandragupta established his authority across this significant territory. The Nanda Empire's collapse enabled Mauryan consolidation. This was the first verifiable step towards unifying the Indian subcontinent. In circa 305 BCE, Chandragupta Maurya confronted Seleucus the First Nicator. Seleucus was a successor of Alexander the Great. A peace treaty was established between them. Seleucus ceded vast western territories to the Mauryan Empire. These regions included Gandhara, Arachosia, Gedrosia, and Paropamisade. This expanded Mauryan control significantly west of the Indus River. Chandragupta Maurya, in turn, gifted 500 war elephants to Seleucus. This exchange secured the Mauryan Empire's western frontiers. The treaty solidified the empire's position as a dominant power. The treaty with Seleucus I Nicator significantly expanded Mauryan control. Chandragupta's empire now spanned vast regions of the subcontinent. It stretched from the Indus River in the west to Bengal in the east. Mauryan influence extended south beyond the Vindhya range. This established the largest unified empire in ancient India. The Mauryan Empire eventually covered approximately 5 million square kilometers. This immense territory represented an unprecedented political integration. Chandragupta thus laid the foundation for a vast, centralized state. Chanakya, also known as Kautilya, authored the Arthashastra. This treatise provided a comprehensive blueprint for statecraft. Its principles included centralized administration and espionage. Economic regulation and military doctrine were also crucial. The Arthashastra also introduced the mandala theory of foreign policy. It focused on artha, or material well-being, and statecraft. This prioritized pragmatic governance over purely ethical rule. Such strategies guided Mauryan unification and expansion. They distinguished their empire from previous regional conquests. Chandragupta's administration established a highly centralized bureaucracy. This system managed the vast empire through a network of officials and spies. Economic reforms standardized weights, measures, and currency across regions. This facilitated extensive trade and commerce throughout the subcontinent. Infrastructure development included new roads and irrigation systems. The precursor to the Grand Trunk Road improved communication and transport. These advancements fostered agricultural output and economic stability. Reduced interstate warfare brought unprecedented peace and safety. Such changes fundamentally altered daily life for millions. Chandragupta's empire achieved political unification, yet immense diversity presented ongoing challenges. Hundreds of distinct languages, customs, and religions existed. Governing vast distances from Pataliputra proved difficult. Slow communication hindered central control over distant provinces. Diverse regional cultures often retained varying degrees of local autonomy. This posed significant integration challenges for the administration. The system's stability relied heavily on a strong central ruler. Weak successors or internal strife could threaten this unity. Chandragupta's abdication passed the leadership torch to his successors. His son, Bindusara, continued the empire's initial consolidation. Ashoka the Great, Chandragupta's grandson, later inherited the vast realm. These rulers were tasked with further integrating the diverse territories. They needed to institutionalize a robust administrative framework. This framework ensured the empire's function beyond individual rulers. Fostering a shared identity was crucial for cultural integration. This bound diverse populations into a cohesive whole. Their efforts aimed for long-term economic and political stability. Chandragupta Maurya achieved the first unification of the Indian subcontinent. His Mauryan Empire established a vast, centralized state. This accomplishment raises a fundamental question for any large entity. It concerns how such unity can be sustained across generations. The challenge extends beyond military might. Maintaining cohesion in a diverse empire requires new mechanisms. This must occur without the constant presence of its founding visionary. The Mauryan Empire thus became a blueprint for future states. Its legacy continues to inform discussions of governance on the Indian subcontinent. It highlights the enduring quest for lasting national identity. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy Clear Science Explained with strong visuals and evidence, subscribe for more long-form science videos.